Thomas, how are you?
Christy, hello, good to see you again. How long we've been knowing us? 15 years?
I think more than that.
More than that?
Yeah, it's a long time.
That's a long time,
And
huh?
you still keep well.
HLS times.
You-
Okay.
Awesome. First of all, thank you so much for joining us. And for the audience outside there, and if you're SGM members or not SGM members, this is Thomas. He's from Swizerland. He's going to introduce us more about himself, but I just want to quickly really say thank you, Thomas, to come, because he doesn't really accept this kind of interview at all with any other networks or anywhere else. So it's our great privilege and honor to have you. So Thomas, would you mind telling us about yourself and also about your company after that? Thank you.
Christy, well, I'm already a few years in this business. As you can see, my face, I'm getting older. So currently it's my fifth. I've been in this business for 15 years now. No, 15 years now, sorry. And this business has changed completely. I started, especially for example, in a communication. When I started, we had telex machines. I don't know if somebody remembers the telex machines with these white paper stripes and things. Then later the fax machine, and then the IT and digital world that changed everything. We all know. In today's time, the business is very tough. We know specialists. There is a big demand on specialists. Even we here in Switzerland, we are looking for specialists, and the market is very dry. So we, as association, we try to find young people to study this logistics business, etc., etc. But I think this is something every other country has as well. So for my person, I started Freight Logistic 99. This is the second company I founded. The first one was one I started in 87 that I had to close ordinary in 99 and then started as Freight Logistic. And the reason for that was very special, and but I don't want to tell you about all the stories. It probably is a story for another discussions because it's most interesting. Mm-hmm. So my company, we are a small company with 8 people, specialists on all mode of transport. That means by sea air, rail, air freight, sea freight. We actually see us as a boutique forwarder, logistics forwarder, and are specialized in all mode of transport, from air, sea freight, rail, road, warehousing, distribution, customs clearance. We everything do it. Some of the business ourselves, but mainly we operate as an architect, like an architect. We have our subcontractors and are worldwide organized. One of the advantages of a small company is that we are reachable almost 18 hours a day. So myself, I close my laptop after 11 in the night and I start 6 o'clock in the morning. That gives me the time to organize problems in the Far East and late in the night on our side in the US, etc. You're all welcome. The Freight Logistics is happy to serve you in any case. If you have any problems, you're welcome to contact me. I stay for your disposal. Thank you.
Thank you, Thomas. That's very kind and very professional of you that you've been doing this, flexible time, hours to accommodate your partners overseas. So that's amazing. And thank you for introducing about yourself. Obviously, you didn't talk too much about yourself personally, but as I know you, you have been such a great person and has been working in the logistics industry for so long. You're still passionate. You're still keeping that, when I talk to you, I could feel that you are actually very into it. That's how I feel. Yeah. So the next question I got for you, Actually, sorry, Thomas. We actually need to tell the audience the name of your company. What's the? Oh, I can see the flag there.
Shall I tell you?
Yes. Just tell everyone the name of the company.
The name of the company is FREIGHT-LOGISTIC.
Yeah, Freight Logistics. Oh, that's very sweet, short and sweet.
Well,
Awesome.
the reason for this name, it's, as you see, it's a fantasy name. Freight logistic is not English. In English it's logistics. But I choose that name. Freight logistics sounds very, very usual, very famous. And that was a reason, because I had to close down Ordinary, my first company, due to a problem I had with a big pharmaceutical company in Germany. But if there is any interest, I can tell you this story another time.
Yes, awesome. Okay. Yeah, it's a nice name. Thank you, Thomas. So now let's go back to the next question. Since you were very passionate in this industry, and I want to ask you, why do you love working in the logistics industry, or can you list something that really makes you passionate, share with all the audience, whoever are already working there, struggling, or whoever wants to and are considering to join, like the new generations? Thank you.
Well, international logistics or forwarding logistics is just fantastic. It's just fantastic. We all know that work in this business, the world is in our living room. We learn people worldwide. We get friends. We are here for the industry. We solve them problems. You need to organize. You need languages. You need to talk, etc., etc., etc. So, in our business, we can just sit down into a trading company and do the same business they do. If we would realize in our files, we have just imagine this, we have the buying rates, we have the producers of the products, we have on the other side, we have the selling rates, we have the end users, the customers that buy the products. We know everything. So why shouldn't we start as a trading company as well? But awesome. We don't do this. We are forwarders, and that's a customer to trust in us. As otherwise, if every forwarder would start in trading, that would not be a good thing, of course. But this shows you we do learn that much on business professionalism. And know how to work. So we can start in a trading company. We have all the know-how, how to operate on transport side. We know the import rules in several countries, etc., etc., etc. So we are very, very well educated.
That's and awesome.
Really, that's a point. And many business people know this, of course. So in Switzerland, up to 95, we lost almost 60 to 80% of our junior clerks that finished their time, their study as international forwarder. We lost them, and they went to the industry.
Wow.
Meanwhile, it's a completely different situation in Switzerland. But up to the 95, it was very difficult because they realized, the industry and trading companies realized how good trained we are.
Mm-hmm. Very.
I would recommend this kind of profession to everybody. So if you don't want to look for a 9-to-5 job, then you need to go to the forwarding industry. So this is a fact. It keeps you young. Look at me.
Well, Thomas, do you want to tell people how old are you?
I feel very young, actually.
I know.
The problem is I have a passport. That shows me the age of 67. But I always looking for a guy that makes me a new passport when I'm when I get a younger age. But now I'm 67 years old.
Oh,
I've been 50 years in this business now. Yeah.
Wow. So you started when you were 17?
Yes, yes.
Well done.
I'm a really normal Swiss guy, nothing else, nothing else. That's true.
Thank you. Thank you so much. This is amazing. Everyone, whoever is listening, I'm really, really proud to, very inspired by Thomas because he has been in this industry for more than 50 years, but he's still passionate. He's still very happy what he has been doing. And that's why it's leading to the next question. Thomas, I have been observing since you joined us, and even before you joined us, I have been observing that you actually have a very happy team. And even just now, before we started the call, I realized there's a happy guy in your office. So I believe you are very good at, taking care of your staff. So for all the business owners outside there, can you share with us what's your secret or what's your advice to keep your staff joyful and happy, and stay with you longer and so on? Thank you, Thomas.
Well, I mean, this is a difficult question, and every company owner does it another way. But in a small company, I think we are like a family. In fact, and I celebrated by the 2nd of August. I celebrated with two of my people, the staff. They've been with us or with me for 25 years and for 30 years already. Wow. So this is like family. So they joined a part of my life. So this is. I think the important thing is to let them work and for their own responsibility. We all make mistakes, and I always say, even I do mistakes, but I do it one time because the next time I know how it goes, and that's what I expect and what they know. So I really, I would say that's the way how to do. If you are big, I mean, in my first company, we have been 20 to 25 people. There's a difference. You have a lot of work with all this kind of stuff in the HR department, and this is not what I like. This is really not what I like. I'm a guy that wants to be on the operational side, that wants to look new solutions, to find new ways, etc., for a good supply chain. That's awesome. The difference. So in fact, everybody needs to know, or needs to find his own way how to lead a company, and especially his team. But I think you need thankful. You need it's a question of salary, normal. In freight logistic, we have 5 weeks holiday a year. In Switzerland, it's currently still 4 weeks, but many companies do it 5. We do it then with further 3 days, so it's almost six weeks, and it needs a little flexibility, I think. Even we have two dogs in our office. This is special. I mean, in a big company or in a company with 50 people, you cannot have dogs. Yeah. Because if everybody wants to take the dog with, then if we have a little suit, that's impossible. But in a small, we can do this. Yeah.
Thank you, Thomas. So I just want to conclude what you just said. So it's amazing at the first beginning you mentioned about family. So you treat every member, every staff in your company as family members, and that's awesome. And also you mentioned about if I missed anything, please just catch up with me. And I think you also mentioned about to give more flexibilities to your staff. That's a very important part. I think nowadays no matter it's big or small companies, they're all looking for more flexibilities, and the wise owners or leaders, they actually are willing to listen and to provide more options. And last thing you mentioned is about the company to the company owners that each of them should have their own way, because every situation, every company is different. So I think that's a very important fact and also advice as well. Even though people are listening to your advice or somebody else's advice, they still have to actually conclude their own tailored ways, their own customized ways. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, in other words, we don't need to forget your staff is your software. That's most important.
Very good.
I'm not talking about the digital software, I'm talking about the human software.
Very good.
Inside of a company and outside of a company. I mean, it's always the sound you talk with a customer. If you say, hey, good morning, or if you say, good morning, how are you doing? Everything all right? And
that's true.
These small things we all love.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. Treat others as what you want to be treated. It's a very, it's a very good advice. Thank you, Thomas. So the next question I've got for you is, first of all, do you know SGN's core values? Do you, can you?
I've been member now for 2 months, right? It's
yes.
2 months. Yeah, it's 2 months. So I got so many mails and so many newsletters, and I'm most sorry, but I think it's the same what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to. Yeah.
Christy, I've been in various networks, and I told you we just lost EGL. We just left EGLN. We've been member there for 15 years, since 2004, the formula GLN, where we made us the first time. And it's important, if you cooperate together in a network, you need to operate fair enough. You need not to be used as a bench. I hate this. I hate this really. It's my thing. After 3-5 quotes, I say, okay, thank you very much. Our rates are too expensive. I don't want to quote anymore. I'm not bench. I have not that time for this, and nobody pays me for this. And it is a question of the friendship, of course. Reliability, and finally, financial things that need to be on the top. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, we all go for work to earn money, because we have to pay our invoices at the end of a month or of a week or whatever. Otherwise, we could stay at home and live our life, but it's not possible without money, unfortunately. So to be honest, but point for point, I cannot tell you what the.
Okay, thank you, Thomas. Just to conclude what you said, it's very important to, have the mutual synergy, trust, and relationship, and so. And that's actually the value. So our values are quality, trust, relationships built, and mutual synergies. So you also, I think you mentioned about. The money part. I mean, probably you want to deliver is about value, but in the meantime, alternative goals, you need the money to support the company and your staff as well. So it's understandable that we need to make sure there's a guarantee and safe to work with someone rather than a random people outside there. And that's why you join our network, because there's going to be guarantee, and also there's filtered members for you, and that's the difference. Yeah. And anything else you want to share with the 4 values?
I fully agree. No, I think it's. I have some little points. I always see if on the rate requests. I think it's most necessary and most important to make a note signature request. Then we know it's from signature. Mostly of the agents worldwide, they do not. It's not signatures, not WCA. They do not mention any remark of which network they are a member of, and if, for example, we do not react anymore for inquiries or requests, dear sirs. Then I know 25 other companies get the same request. Why should I work on this? I just cancel it. Bye bye. It's
very,
funny, but it's
very honest. Yeah, it's very true. Yeah, that's awesome. Thomas, you always share.
Yeah, and sorry, and little the most important points like commodity dimensions, weight from where to where, etc. These basics. Sometimes I miss this.
Yeah, that's a very good reminder. And I think I've been sharing on another video talking about how to save time and make it more efficient. And it's really just a standard format that we can do, you know, for everyone. So every time when I talk to you, Thomas, you give me lots of good thoughts and wisdoms to, you know, to build a better network. So thank you. So the next question that I've got for you is, will you recommend people join SGN and why?
Well, that's currently a difficult question as I have no experience or just started with it. Yeah. I mean, we just stay in discussions about big business with signature agents. We send several sales leads. Some of the agents do, some of the agents do nothing. But it's after 2 months. I cannot tell you about any if it is possible or what is possible, what is good and what is not good. But I tell you, I come to signature, yes, then I stay for signature, and of course I will recommend it.
Oh, thank you, Thomas.
I will do this in any case, yes.
Yeah, thank you, Thomas. I think what I found is you are very you will take a lot of research, and you actually feel really it's good that before you make a decision. So when you make decision to join us, that's already a very good recognition, and I really appreciate it. And you're right, with 2 months you couldn't see much, but you have been seeing some good things which you just mentioned. And with about those who didn't respond, is sometimes it's miscommunications, which we are trying to improve that for, because no one's perfect, you know, no network's perfect, but we are trying our best to just to help our members to communicate well and to achieve the best as they can with mutual synergies, you know. But thank you so much for sharing with the honest opinions, and that's all the interview is about. We don't want to hide anything, we just want to hear the true voice from every member. Yeah. So Thomas, thank you so much for coming, and really appreciate with your time. And yeah, we hope to see you next time soon, and I look forward to catch up with you in our next members call, and of course in the coming physical conference next year. It's still early, but we look forward to see you there as well.
Yeah, of course. I told you I will come anyway, but I don't hope COVID will not
it won't. You can come. All right. Hope, so everybody who wants to see Thomas, just register the conference now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.